Hey everyone, I'm Ryan from WPMU Dev, and if you're looking for ways to secure your WordPress site completely for free, then this is the video for you. Website security is so important, and with WordPress being one of the most widely used website platforms on the internet, it's prime target for hacking attempts. We're going to go step by step through some basic security tweaks that you can do right now, and I'll also show you how to set up our free security plugin which is loaded with premium features, so that by the end of this video you will have a super secure WordPress site. If you like the sound of that, then let's jump right in with some quick and easy steps that you can take to make your site more secure. The first thing to look at is updates. WordPress and other plugins can contain security vulnerabilities, and these are usually fixed in the latest releases. An unupdated WordPress or plugin is often the #1 reason for sites being hacked, so it's best to keep all your plugins, themes and WordPress core up to date so they're bug free. Updates can be easily done from the WordPress dashboard, so no excuses there. It's always a good idea to back up your website before running any updates, just in case something goes wrong. You can always then just restore the backed up version easily with no worries. This also helps if your website gets hacked or is infected with malware. There are plenty of good free backup plugins out there to help with this. If you have a few items that need updating, I would suggest updating them one by one to avoid any issues that can happen when you try to bulk update them together. Also, remove any themes and plugins you're not using. That way you're not keeping unnecessary bulk on your site and you don't have to keep updating more things than you actually need. Trim it down and your website will thank you for it. When you think of site security, you think about passwords. And that is exactly what hackers are thinking about too. That is why we suggest using a strong password. Make it unique by combining letters, numbers and symbols. A password over 16 characters long is pretty hard to crack. WordPress does have a strong password generator, but there are also some great password tools out there that will generate passwords for all your login accounts and store them securely. Check out 1Password or LastPass. Try to change your password regularly as well for added protection. If someone needs access to your site, set them up as a user and assign them a role that suits the task they'll be doing. That way you're not giving them admin access or your password. Delete spam comments when you see them. And make a habit to log out from your account once you're finished on your site. Those are the basic ways that you can help protect your website. But if you want to go a step further, then the easiest way you can do that is by installing the security plugin. Defender is just a plugin you need. Defender can stop brute force attacks, SQL injections, cross-site scripting, and tons more. It also takes care of malware and antivirus scans, IP blocking, security logs, and two-factor authentication. Even better, Defender is free and can be installed by going to Plugins, Add New, search for Defender, and install. Activate and you're one step closer to beefed up WordPress security. Once active, Defender takes you through a quick setup to get things rolling. By configuring this way, you can quickly activate all of Defender's main features, or you can skip this step and set up everything manually by clicking Start from Scratch. It's completely up to you. To keep it moving, I'm going to let Defender handle this. Now on the dashboard we can see that one of the first things to look at are the recommendations, and these are things that Defender is pointing out that we may want to take a look at. If we click on View All, we can see everything that is being recommended. All these recommendations will help improve site security, and if you click the Expand button on each one, you can read more about them. You can also action each one in a click, or bulk select and action all the recommendations together, which I will do. Now we can see on the left that all the recommendations have been actioned, so all is good here. Let's see what's next. Malware scanning is another important part of keeping your site protected, and our site scanning feature makes sure you're aware of any suspicious files that are on your website. Click View Report on Defender's dashboard or Malware Scanning in the menu. In this version, Defender scans the WordPress core, plugin and theme files for modifications, checking them against the master files in the repository. It flags any files that look like they have been modified, and these are shown as issues. Just like recommendations, you can see more information about each issue. It is important to highlight here that because WordPress is so customizable, any files that become customized by either an admin or developer will also show in these results. If you want more info on how to recognize suspicious files, you can check out the tutorials section in the menu or go to the plugin documentation, which can be accessed at the top right of the screen. It's easy to restore the files to their original state or ignore the issues too. Be 100% sure that you want to ignore an issue, because when Defender scans again, it will overlook that file. An area that is a target for vulnerabilities is the login area on your website. Brute force attacks are when hackers try to gain access to your site by guessing your username and password combination. A lot of this is done with computers and bots, which use a directory of known passwords and usernames to find the right combination and break in. Using a strong password helps, but given that they could try an unlimited amount of times to get the right combination, there is a chance they could gain access. This is where Defender's Firewall steps in, as it is set up to lock out any suspicious behaviour from multiple login attempts. You can leave the default options as they are, or you can set a new threshold and time frame in the login protection area, which is found in the firewall settings. You can even choose to ban IP addresses permanently if you pick up that someone's getting locked out a lot, meaning that they're trying to access your site. Earlier we looked at how you can improve your password strength to keep hackers out. We can take this even further with two-factor authentication, sometimes known as 2FA. With this feature, you'll be required to download an authentication app on your smartphone. Click the Activate button in the two-factor area of the dashboard and then click Finish Setup. You can then switch two-factor to on any of these user roles. I recommend keeping lost phone switched on, just in case someone is unable to use their phone. If you toggle force authentication on, then when the user logs in, they will be redirected to their profile page where they can set up two-factor for themselves. If you don't choose to force authentication, then the user can just go to their profile and enable two-factor and follow the instructions from there. Renaming the app will help if you use the authentication app for multiple sites. I usually rename it to something to do with the website it's for, so I know it's the correct one to use. You can choose the app you prefer from the app drop-down list too. Save changes, and now when you log in with your super strong password, you'll be prompted to add the 6-digit key from your authentication app on your phone. That added layer just makes it so much harder for hackers or bots to gain access. Finally, we can prevent all those bad things from discovering your login screen too, by changing the default URL. Activate login masking from the dashboard. Get creative and change the URL to something unique. Keep a note of this yourself. Choose to redirect those people trying to access the default WordPress login, either to another page or a custom URL. Save the changes, and just like that, your site is now secure with Defender's powerful layers of protection, and you did it completely for free. Being committed to your site's security will ensure that you have a trouble-free experience for many years to come. And if you're impressed by what Defender can do, be sure to check out our website where we offer free trial to our membership, in which you can gain access to the full WPMU Dev platform with website management and pro plugins for performance, security, backups and more. Thanks for watching.